how did you feel about your performance tonight?
Bueno, no es como particularmente lanzamos, son parte del juego, parte de los días que pasan así, pero hoy no me sentía como con el ritmo adecuado de que como yo soy.
Yeah, you know, in terms of any pitching, you know, when you go out there, sometimes you have good days, sometimes bad. But today I didn't feel like, you know, I settled in and had the rhythm that I normally do when I pitch well.
What was kind of key for you to kind of limit the pitches in the later innings compared to the first couple?
¿Qué fue la clave para ti para ver o que limitaste un poco esos lanzamientos en las entradas ya más tardes que aparte que la primera?
Bueno, empezar atacando con el primer picheo y los últimos innings fue el resultado que nos dio de limitar un poquito más los picheos.
Yeah, you know, just attack from the first pitch. I think that's what I did, and that was, you know, key to help limit some of those pitches later on.
Your velocity was down a little bit tonight. Was there anything that felt off to you as you were throwing?
Tu velocidad fue un poco baja de lo normal hoy. ¿Algo diferente que tú sentiste hoy?
No, normal, me siento bien, el brazo bien, el cuerpo bien. Como dije anteriormente, son días que no sé si es que Dios lo pone a prueba con nosotros y lo que pasó.
No, you know, I feel normal. My arm feels good, my body feels good. But like I said, you know, sometimes we just don't have good days. You know, sometimes I don't know if God's trying to test us, but, you know, just kind of the result we had today.
And on the Blue Jays side, was there any pitch that they were able to really key in on, or was it more so just the rhythm like you were mentioning before?
Del lado de los Blue Jays, ¿había un picheo tú que crees que ellos empezaron a enfocar o tú crees que nomás fue falta de ritmo que hiciste tú?
Bueno, para mí fue falta de ritmo porque si tuvieran enfocado un solo picheo, no le hicieran swing a todos los picheos que yo le tirara. Entonces, para mí no, porque ellos hicieron swing a los picheos en la zona que yo le tirara.
Yeah, you know, I think it was more of the rhythm. You know, if it was just one pitch they were kind of keying on, they would have not swung at all the pitches. You know, I think they were pretty much swinging at some of the stuff on some of the zones that I was throwing it. So I think it was more rhythm.
They had made you work when you pitched against them in Toronto. What about their lineup is a challenge to work through?
Ellos te hicieron trabajar un poco cuando las haces con ellos allá en Toronto. ¿Qué de su equipo es que te hace trabajar tanto?
Bueno, un equipo bueno, bastante, batalla mucho, un equipo que hace mucho swing y muchas veces al pitcher le cuesta un poquito de trabajo retirarlo del home plate.
You know, it's a good team, you know, a good team that likes to swing a lot, and when you get some of those batters, you know, it really makes the pitcher trying to get them out and, you know, battle a little.
Gracias, Luis.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thought it was another just outstanding effort tonight by the guys. You know, trying to come back on that one. You know, we got down early, but you know, getting a lot of traffic offensively early on, and you know, I think the story for us tonight was we hit a lot of balls on the screws that you know, there was a guy standing there to make the catch, and you know, a lot of times with guys in scoring position. So it was some good at bats, a lot of traffic, and then late, you know, getting that bases loaded situation. Mastro hit the ball on the screws, you know, and you know, weren't able to get anything from that. So you know, I thought we gave ourselves some opportunities tonight, and you know, it just didn't turn out.
With Castillo, what did you see, especially that pitch count in the first couple innings?
Yeah, I mean, I think he got behind a little bit early on, and you know, I felt like as the game went on, he got a little bit sharper as it went. But that first inning, he just kind of got behind a little bit, and you know, that was a team right there that they're pretty top heavy in terms of their lineup, and got a couple guys on, and they were able to push a couple across early. But I thought he stayed in there well. He gave us 5 and turned it over to the bullpen. I thought the bullpen did a nice job kind of holding things where they were.
And his velocity was down a little bit tonight based on StatCast. Did you guys see anything noticeable in the dugout?
I mean, I don't think other than just the numbers are down. But I think he still competed out there, and got us to a point where we felt pretty good about where our chances were at that point. Able to score some runs and get back into it, and we just come back tomorrow and get them.
Given all of those factors with the velo and just kind of not having it, throwing a lot of pitches, we've seen that a couple of different times in his starts. Is that a concern for you?
I don't think so. Rock is such a competitor, and he goes out there and he takes the ball, he did get into a long inning that first inning, but he competes, and he certainly competed tonight and gave us a chance.
You guys have been so good in those late inning situations of late. What did you see that didn't work in the 8th there?
I mean, I think Stroh put a great at bat on him, and hit it right at Guerrero. There's not a lot you can do. You can't do it much better than that. He hit the ball right on the money, we've had a lot of situations where that ball gets through, but guys continue to swing it. They continue to put up those, high leverage at bats that are really good ones. We were able to load the bases there. So a lot of good things, to take from tonight. Sometimes that's just baseball, and tonight it was just baseball.
And from what you saw, how much of those hard-hit balls that went for outs were just good positioning on their side, good individual efforts, or just, bad luck on where it fell?
I mean, yeah, our guys hit them hard, and that's what you want. You want solid contact when you're up there, and that's what they got, and they just weren't able to follow them in.
With Castillo throwing as many pitches as he did in the first couple innings, is that kind of turning into a trend with some of the other starters as well, kind of laboring at first and then picking it up?
I don't think it's necessarily a trend. I think Louis got us 6 strong his last time out. So I think tonight was just he just fell behind early. That was it, and that's what ran up his pitch count a little bit. But outside of that, like I said, I think he kind of settled in and gave us a good outing and a chance to kind of come back late, and we just came up a little bit short.
Those were 2 of the sharpest innings Legumina has thrown
Mm-hmm.
as a Mariner. Has he made an adjustment, or what did you see there?
Yeah, Legs is, I think throwing the ball very well. To me, he's really in attack mode when he's out there, and you can see that from the first pitch. And to me, he's really out there using his stuff, and he threw some good sweepers today. I thought he was just attacking, and when you can do that and get ahead, you're in really good shape. And he looked very comfortable and confident out there today.
Yeah.